Okay, this is Lake Hamilton. Online open. Round two. So we've all had 3 attempts already in round one. The best I did was 64 pounds. I just took one of my attempts though, and I only got 65. So I'm averaging 64, 65 pounds. But I'm hoping to show you a strategy that can get you closer to 70 pounds, really. So I'll show you my new spots that I'm going to be fishing in. Just watch my map if you want to know where I'm going. You see, I had the number one round so far, but this is the morning of the start of round two, so most people have not tried an attempt yet. So my first hot spot is mine. I found it. You come past the last boathouse here, and this wall here is loaded with fish, including a super heavyweight trophy largemouth bass. And I'm going with this tremor shad because it's weedless. It's probably the best weedless bass lure in the game. And I'm just going to alternate between this spot and there's a spot directly across on the other side of the lake here that Big Timer J popularized. And I'll just be alternating between these two spots. Like, see, there's nothing really giant bass here yet. I might just run across the lake because it's really easy to get to this other spot. And see if there's anything at Big Timer J's spot. But you can't waste a lot of time on Hamilton. If there's nothing at one spot, you definitely want to go to another spot. I wouldn't put a lot of stock in any spot. So I'll show you the other spot. It's directly on the other side. If you watch my map, you can see where I'm going. It's this house right here, this long house. Oof. And I guess you just set up like this. This is how I set up. And then I just medium pitch right out here. There's just a lot of fish, and there can be real giant largemouth bass. But I didn't see any bass, like giant bass, at hotspot 1, and it's no problem to just boat right over here. It only takes a few seconds. So on Hamilton, like Seminole has a couple hotspots like that that are really close together. It's really perfect to fish the tournament on those spots because one is just very convenient to the other. And if the one is not holding really giant bass, the other one probably will be.
Somebody flop, what do you got?
A strong heartbeat, but it's not a very big bass. Oh yeah, it is.
We have found Basszilla.
13.5 is pretty huge. That's a great start. 13s are not terrible. They're not the best. The best are 14s or 15s.
That toad right there, it's a little chunk panda.
I have had a bunch of unproductive casts. So you might not agree with me moving this much. It's just on Hamilton. There's two hotspots that are really close to each other. There's that one, and then there's this one. They're so close that if one dries up, you really don't have to like stay there. So I'm not going to. I did get a 13 over there, though. That's a good fish.
You're gonna have a few competitors trembling with that toad. This seems to be very common with Bassmaster. You just get so many trash fish you don't need. It can be very aggravating. Sometimes the tournament is it's pure drudgery, and you're constantly busting off stripers or gar or walleye, and you're just always seemingly catching fish you don't want.
That's a lot of trash. Yeah, this is a big one. This is a big bass. He's slow. He is large. And if I didn't move back over here, I probably would still have be over there and not have caught another giant. But this will be my second giant bass. Yes!
It's Chibasa.
A 14-11. Over 14 and a half. That's excellent. That's the best fish I've caught since the start of the tournament. That is my best fish so far in these last two rounds. Oh, that's big. He's very aloof, though. He doesn't even know I'm here.
Yes. Not gonna set any records with that one, but at least it's a good, solid keeper.
Oh, this looks big, but there's no heartbeat. I guess it's probably not big then. It only looked big because of the camera angle, I guess.
Yes. You're gonna have a few
Nah,
competitors trembling with that toe.
not big enough. This looks like a big one. It's got a heartbeat, but it could just be like 10 or 11 pounds. Yeah, it's not big.
Check out the peepers on that swamp dog.
I mean, in real life, that would be huge, but in this game, that was small. Really big on Hamilton is like 14 and 15. And really, you have to have them during the tournament to win. All right, one more cast out here, and I'm going back to Big Timer J. See if I can find my third giant.
You're gonna have a few competitors trembling with
All right,
that
one more
tag.
pitch. I'll say one more bass. Get out of here. Get out of here. These other fish do nothing but waste your time. Break them off as quick as possible. See how he's just swimming around? He's fighting, fighting, fighting. Now I have to bring him in. Like, the whole point is just to waste your precious time. One more bass, and I will give up on this area. All right, it's crickets. Look at all the crappie and the panfish. It's crickets. I'm out of here. I got my real giant over there. And I got a 13 over here. So I got two big bass. Honestly, there's a lot of panfish over here too. I'm gonna have to move again. Look at all the small fish. Even the bass are like really small. All right, now guys, I'm going to show you a spot that I have in my hotspots video. I just don't believe that spot is active right now. There are a lot of really big bass going to be there anytime soon. And my other spot went kind of cold too. So if those spots go cold, there is another spot up here that's fairly close. That can be quite good. It's not too far from the other spots. You just come up to this bend and this tree. Come up to the tree and go a little beyond it. Right about there. I pitch out here. There can be giant bass in here. It looks like it's a little slow though at the time being. Not a lot going on here. A big bass. A big bass. Hey, Mr. Big Bass, get back down here. This could be something. It's got a heartbeat. But chances are it's like a 10-pound bass. Yeah, it's a good one.
Out the green beast from beneath.
My third monster. 14-2. A real beast. But I just don't think the Hamilton is really the kind of competition that you want to stay in one spot the whole time. I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't trust any one spot. I trust all my spots to give me at least one big fish. And then, if it gets really quiet and you get a real giant fish, and then it's nothing but crappie and panfish and small fish. And I think the game's trying to tell you something. It's trying to say, look, this spot gave you a big fish. Now you have to get another big one somewhere else.
Jeepers creepers, check out the peepers of that swamp donkey.
Wow, now it's like totally dead.
I do have 3 massive fish though. I need 2 more. If I can just get 2 more, I'll have close to 70 pounds, which is phenomenal. That's a phenomenal round. At Hamilton. One more cast, and I'm going to have to move. But I kind of been going by the rule, well, if you get one giant fish, don't hang around too much longer. Go to the next hotspot and look for another one. You don't always get a few giant fish in a row at one spot. You don't always get that lucky. So I got the giant fish out of here. And you see, I'm just circulating. I'm rotating, going from spot to spot. I'm catching a giant fish, and then I'm moving on to the next spot. Not trusting any one spot to give me everything I need, but just being willing to move. And back to one of my spots. Maybe there's some real giants here now. We're about to find out. Oh, please be a big bass. It looks big. It's got a heartbeat, but it's probably like 10 pounds. You get a lot of those during the tournament here. Wait, no, it can't jump. It can't jump at all. It tried to jump and it didn't even come out of the water. And
There has been a Basswatch sighting.
nah, I did improve though. I went from 65 8 ounces to 65. Wow. There's a lot of trash fish in here right now. See all those stripers? It's like 5 or 6 of them. Well, look at that big bass. Look at that. Oh, I want this one. I want it so bad. Oh my gosh. Come on, Mr. Big Bass, right here. Oh, there's a real giant there. He's not interested, though. He's totally aloof. He despawned. He's gone. That's a heartbreaker. I could have majorly improved there.
Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one, baby. I think it is. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether like the difference if they're like 15 or 10 pounds. Like it's not always easy to tell. Yeah, he looks maybe like 10 or 11. Yeah, he jumped. He's not big. He's jumping away. He's not big at all. That other one was very big. I'll give it a 12.
Put the peepers on that swamp dog.
Get out of here. Ooh. This could be a good one. I can't really tell. Is it giant? Ooh. This could be a big one. This is huge. This is huge, guys. So I will probably have close to a 70-pound round. And I have it all on video. And I'm probably just going to like delete my first round. Because I got like 64 pounds that round. And I don't really want you to try that video. I want you to try this. Cycling through these 3 spots for the real giants. Whoa, baby.
Big fish, and no whammy.
14-12 as slob, guys. Awesome round so far. 69-2. Oh my gosh. I've improved significantly. All right, one more cast, and I'm going to head over to Big Timer Jay's spot to continue like cycling through these spots and not really trusting any one spot to give me all the big fish I need. See how there's a lot of like panfish here now? All of a sudden, a bunch of tiny fish show up. And I think that's the game trying to tell you to like move on. So I will. Whoa. Wow, look at all the panfish. Well, that's a big one. That's a really big one. The one to the left is huge. I got it. It looks big anyway. It might only be 10 pounds. All I saw was that it had a really big belly. I couldn't tell if it was like a genuine monster or anything. But if it is like at least 13, I will improve yet again. It looks big. Almost 13.
Give that hog a bone.
Almost 13. I did slightly improve. I've noticed that I get a lot of 13s here. This actually looks enormous. I can't tell. It's a trophy largemouth. It has a heartbeat, so it's a trophy. But I can't really tell how big it is. Like the last one, it's probably a 13. Yeah, it kind of jumped there, so... Do I think it's absolutely gigantic? No. Unfortunately, it did jump. No. I did not improve off of that. I'm still 69.8. I see a big bass in here. It looks big. There he is. This is the one I saw. He looks gigantic, but I don't know how big he is. Yes, he's big. Wow!
An absolute gorilla.
Nearly 15 pounder. I believe that is the biggest fish of the attempt so far. A 71.11. That improved me almost 2 pounds. Or no, so 69.8. So that improved me a couple pounds. Now I'm only going to use these 2 spots for the final 10 minutes. Hoping to improve yet again. And I'll need over a 13 pounder to improve. Don't see a lot of big bass here. Oh, that looks kind of big. That big green bass in there. I love the art style of the bass in Bassmaster Fishing. Some of them are big and green. Some of them are big and brown. But they all look a little different, all the bass. And it's just a good looking game. Some people don't like the vertical fish. I don't really care. I think it's annoying sometimes. Like, some spots are worse than others with the vertical fish. Like, this spot here has almost no vertical fish. And yet, you go to Ray Roberts, and there's spots that have, like, many vertical fish. I don't know. It doesn't keep me from enjoying the game. Not me personally. I still love the game. I play it as much as possible. And I love the art style of the bass. Now, I don't see any bass here, like any big bass here. So I am considering moving again. Yeah, a bunch of. Ooh, there's a big bass in there. There's a big one. I don't know how big it is, but it does look sizable. No, I didn't want this bass. There was a much bigger one in there. All right, there is big bass here.
But it's a solid keeper. Cha-chunk, cha-chunk.
Where'd he go? Where's that big yellow bass? Some of them are big and yellow. Some of them are brown. And some of them are like really dark forest green. But I love the look of all the bass in Bassmaster. Man, that one bass got in my way. I almost caught a really giant bass. And this little stinker bass got in the way. Now I'm left with 8 minutes to decide what to do. I just missed a giant bass here. And I don't know if he's coming back or if I should move again. I'm really not sure what to do here. At the final few minutes, I guess I'll just grind it out here on my spot. Since I've done as good as I wanted to do, I mean, I thought if I got a 70-pound round, I would definitely post it to YouTube. And that's about as good as you do, usually. But I had a very poor first round. I mean, I got a 64. That's 7 pounds worse, or almost 8 pounds worse than I did this round.
Flippity flop, what do you got?
Using this strategy. But I did use a totally different strategy the first round. God, I don't know if I should stay here. I did just see a very giant bass here, though. I missed him, though, and I don't know if they're coming back. Now there's a little tiny bass there. This is one of my hotspots that I found, though. That's in my hotspots video. I kind of feel like I should just stay and grind it out here. Go for another real big one here on my spot. Even though it's starting to creak with crickets. It's got a heartbeat. I don't know if it's any good. Let's see it. I don't know. It looks big. I jumped. So I don't think it's probably enormous. No.
Caught an absolute hydrilla gorilla.
That looks big. Wait, I don't know. I can't really tell how big he is. There's a lot of stripers. And whenever you see like 5 or 6 stripers, there's probably a very unique bass somewhere in there. And they're in there to keep you off it, to screen you away. Three minutes. I feel very fortunate to have done what I did here. Oh. I think 7111 is absolutely phenomenal round. That's a phenomenal attempt. You don't usually do much better than that. So I couldn't really ask for more, honestly. I did a 64 the first round. So you can believe I'm very happy about a 71, almost a 72. No, no more big fish here. Doesn't look like it. Well, my video's about to stop because on PlayStation you can't record more than an hour. But thank you for watching this Hamilton Online Open attempt and round.